hit a menu button, it won't go past the menu. I'm like, this game's fantastic,
Ooh,
so
Zelda.
good, so innovative. But no,
Yeah.
I never went back to Spirit Tracks, so I can't actually give any type of an opinion on it.
Yep.
So if you did like it and you wanted us to talk about that because that's your favorite one, I'm sorry, but we
I
never played it.
don't think it's anybody's favorite Zelda.
Yeah. And then at this point, we were getting close to the end of the Wii's life cycle and the Skyward Sword coming out. I
Yeah.
think this was. They announced because the Wii U came out in 2013. Am I correct? Is that correct? 2013?
2012, I
Was it
think.
2012?
I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
right. Yeah, yeah. Because
Either way, I think it was 12.
the next gen or the current gen of PS4 and Xbox One came out in 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 2012, and this one came out in 2011. So it's like they released it because they were finished, but it's like maybe they should have just waited and done something different with the Wii U. Maybe had a
Right.
really good launch title instead of waiting a year to come out with all kinds of different games. Maybe, but no, they were gonna have them release it on the Wii. I bought this game the day it came out.
Yep.
I was very frustrated for the first 2.5 hours because I was like, I'm tired of reading. I'm tired of reading. I'm tired of reading. Just let me go kill something. Give me a sword. Give me a shield.
Right.
I'll be good. I'll be good. I'll be good. I don't care. I don't care. But you're on the what was that, the town up in the air?
Skyloft.
Yeah, Skyloft. It looked fantastic. It actually it looked really good. Really
It
really
did.
good.
Other than
Uh,
not being in HD, it was incredible looking.
yeah, yeah, but I didn't really realize I wasn't in HD most of the time because
Yeah. It
that's the
wasn't a big
great
deal.
thing about Nintendo. Like before the Wii U, whenever the 360 and PS3 were like running the HD game, the Wii's just over here like our games still look good, even though everything's in 480p standard definition.
Right.
But
Yep.
it still looks fantastic. But yeah, I remember just like an hour and a half, 2 hours till you finally go down to the first dungeon. I was so tired of the cutscenes at this point that I was just like, I don't even want to play this anymore. But then I started playing it.
Right.
I enjoyed it. I have the typical complaint like everybody else. I felt like the game was too linear. I knew exactly where to go. There was no open-endedness. But I think you felt the opposite. Is that correct? Or you didn't mind it as much?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. It definitely was probably the most linear Zelda game. And yeah, it was kind of long for the story at the beginning, but I liked it because it showed a personality to Zelda and Link, which was pretty neat. But yeah, it took a while to get started, but I did enjoy. Again, I like this game because it's different. You know, it's in the sky. You have these cool birds that you can ride around on. Um, the characters in the school are fun. Like Groose is one of the best Zelda characters ever. I think he's just some big lunkhead, but he ends up being a pretty valuable member of your team at the end of the game. And I really enjoyed that they made Zelda and Link actual characters instead of just like, I'm gonna save you. Okay,
Yeah, for no
like you could tell that they
absolutely no
actually
reason.
right. Yeah, because that's my quest. I'm Link. But this, you actually feel something for the characters. I thought Fi or Fee or however you pronounce her name was horrible. She
Hmm.
was so annoying. But yeah, it was linear, but I enjoyed it probably because it looked a lot like Wind Waker too. And I thought the controls were pretty sweet. Like I did enjoy that, it actually meant something for you to slice in different ways or jab the sword, jab the Wii remote forward. Um, I thought the combat was a lot of fun, even if, the game itself was pretty linear and, parts of it weren't so great. But yeah, I like the game. It's not one of my favorites, but I am glad that
It's
it is
yeah,
there since it tells the story of it's essentially the first Zelda game. Like it tells the story of the creation of the Master Sword and the
mhm.
origin of the legend of Zelda.
Yeah,
You
from a
know,
story standpoint, I think it's by far the best. But I don't expect
yeah,
that from a Zelda game most of the time. I just want to,
yeah. And
uh,
I like the enemy. What's his name? The weird guy. Like it was super weird that they made this like sexually ambiguous, like weird, creepy dude who like licked you and stuff. I don't know. It was kind of cool, but yeah. But story. I mean, you don't really go to Zelda for the story. You go for the
no.
gameplay, and the gameplay was fine. Um, and then at the end, where you fight Ganondorf, but I forget what he was called, but he was called something different. That was kind of cool. But yeah, it was a little too linear. Um, for it to be one of the better Zelda games.
Yep. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Like you said, like the story was just fantastic. The way that they introduced, the Master Sword and just like how everything was, it's like pretty much like the story of creation. for the game
Yeah.
series, and it is the first in the timeline. No matter what you try and do, I don't think they can go back any further. But like, I
The
don't know.
Big Bang, Zelda.
Yeah, I liked it. You pretty much nailed everything that I would have talked about. Uh, I thought I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, like the flying scenes where I think you had to fly through rings. I can't remember. Once again, this is another one of the Zelda games I beat once, I finished, and I just never looked back at it. Uh,
Yeah, I'm never going back to this game,
no, no,
even though
no.
I
It's
enjoyed it a lot.
yeah, but I felt like this had its place of just being like you said, like the beginning story of everything. Just let's create the story, let's go, and then everybody else can
Yep.
piece together what goes what. And I know they released the official timeline. This is the very beginning. I don't think there's any arguing that. But I kind of
Right.
like not knowing what the timeline is.
I don't
But
even think the timeline's real. I think they just went, everyone wants a timeline. Let's
let's
do
throw
it. Let's
darts.
make one.
Oh, Link
Yeah.
Between Worlds. That's the next
Yeah.
one right there. So
Let's just make a good Zelda game.
Link Between Worlds. I remember this came out the same day as Super Mario 3D World, and I remember reading about it a lot. I did not own a 3DS. The last handheld system I owned was a DSi, and I got rid of it just because there was nothing out to play after after I beat the one Zelda game I wanted to play. Didn't enjoy Spirit Tracks like we talked about before, and a couple other random DS games or whatever.
Right.
But then A Link Between Worlds came out, and I read one review with two sentences that made me go and drop $250 on this game. Or was it 200? I'm gonna go with
It's probably
$250 on this game.
after tax.
It literally said if it's pretty much was it the exact words were um, if you loved Link to the Past, this is going to be your favorite game of 2013. And I was
There
like,
you go.
what?
Pretty spot on. Pretty
That's all
accurate.
you had to say. And then, yeah, A Link Between Worlds came out. And I remember the first time I turned the system on, of course, I had the really cool gold and black system. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Look, it has two Triforces, a gold one and a black one. It's so great. I don't know why, but there's a gold and a black Triforce. Let's figure it out. But then
Right.
I had to wait for the game to install, and it was like, waiting for Christmas. Like, you unwrap your present, you're like, now I got to wait, another
Right.
hour and a half to play my game. And then I turn it on, and it does all the Nintendo stuff, and then it says the Triforce starts coming down literally the same exact way that it did in A Link to the Past.
Yep.
And I was just like, my jaw just dropped. And my wife looks over at me. She can see like my eyes are getting all teary-eyed, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is fantastic. And then like that one sound whenever the sword comes down, and then like the sparkle, and it's just like, this is fantastic. This is the greatest
Yeah.
thing in the world. And I haven't even started the game yet. That's how
Yeah.
good it was. And then you start playing the game, and oh my god, this game is perfect. Just like Link to
Yes.
the Past. You get to go on walls, you get to pretty much non-linear gameplay. I mean, there's a point to where it is linear because you have to do dungeons and stuff like that, but there's a point where it's not, where you can just pretty
Right.
much say like, I want to do this dungeon, I want to do that dungeon. I think there's only like one or two different times where you have to do something before the other one, but I always
Right.
forgot about going on the walls. I don't know about you, but
Yeah, me too.
I would just be like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I? Oh wait, I can go on the wall. It's like the simplest thing, but it's like I bet they were like, they're gonna forget about this a lot, and I
Yeah.
did.
I definitely did too.
But I think we both share the same exact story where it's I purchased this game, and within 36 hours the game was finished
Yes.
on
Definitely.
on the normal mode, and then I finished it on hero mode over the course of a week.
Dang. I didn't even play hero mode. I just played it the first time. But yeah, I had the same thing where I started it one day. The only time I took breaks was to like eat and sleep. And when I realized like, oh, I've been sitting on the couch for 5 hours just playing this Zelda game and not interacting with the world at all. So yeah, this game is fantastic. Like it's probably my third favorite game. Like number one is Wind Waker, number two is Link to the Past, number three is this. Like it was amazing that they could capture everything that made the top-down games in a Link to the Past special in this one game, and
make
they
it
absolutely
relevant
did it.
in today's market.
Yeah.
Too. It's not like in a world that's just run by 3D games, and even the Zelda series being completely 3D at this point.
Right.
and the re-release of Wind Waker, and it's like, or wait, Wind Waker came after this, but
Yeah.
no, it came before this.
No, it came
Before this.
before.
Yeah, it came before
It
this.
came
So
about a
it
year
was,
before.
yeah, because I own the Wii U and I bought Super Mario 3D World. What am I thinking?
Right. Right.
But no, it was just perfect. Everything about it was perfect to me, and like I finished the game, and then I went online and read a bunch of reviews, and like everybody was praising this game to high heaven,
Yeah.
and for good reason. There's a few naysayers out there that are like, I get to just buy
These people
items,
are
blah blah
dumb.
blah. But it's like, I didn't die once on normal mode. I thought it was a little bit too easy on normal, but hero mode
Yeah.
definitely rectified that, made it a little bit more challenging. But like I said,
And Zelda games are not hard. Like they're never meant to
no,
be
they're not.
hard.
They're meant to be for like,
Except for the old 1 and 2. They're
yeah,
not
yeah.
hard games. They're meant to enjoy.
They're meant to be like for the story and the adventure, and
Yeah.
they're meant for kids that are not our age, the age that we used to be, like 11,
Right.
10, 11, 12, not meant for 25-year-old Call of Duty players that are very hardcore into gaming. It's meant
Right.
for like the casual gamer.
Yeah.
But yes,
They're fantastic. This is a great game. And yeah, like you were saying, I mean, it's 2D game, but it has a 3D, like the characters are in 3D and everything. And at first I didn't know what I thought of the aesthetic of it with the graphics and everything, but after actually playing it, it was perfect.
yeah, everything just worked the way it should in that
Yeah,
game, pretty much.
it was incredible. And again, it has the cartoony, cel shady, super colorful graphics that the Zelda series absolutely needs. And I'm glad to see that they're returning to in the Wii U version.
Yes, so speaking of the Wii U version,
Segues.
2015 is going to be the year. The man himself is back, Shigeru Miyamoto.
You did it.
The first Wii U Zelda, and it looks amazing.
Oh my god.
From what if it's even a quarter of what they say it's going to be, which is pretty much Grand Theft Auto meets The Legend of Zelda. Oh my
Right?
god, is it going to be just perfect? Like, just if you're watching the video right now, just looking at it, it just, oh my god,
Yeah.
it looks so good. It,
It's
you can see
it's,
so far. You can be like, oh, I have to go all the way over there, but there's no
So
waypoint
kidding.
where I can just say fast travel and go, fast travel and go. It's like I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna see what I can do, and just
Yeah.
I cannot wait. Whenever they announced this at last year's E3, I was like, fantastic. It's gonna be the greatest thing in 2015, and I cannot
Yeah.
wait.
I'm so looking forward to this. It's hard to describe how excited I am for this. Like, no other game even comes close to this. Again, it's got the great look that all Zelda games need, where it's bright and colorful, but they're mixing in the open world elements. And if they have meaningful side quests and things to fill in the world with, it'll, unless something crazy happens, it'll be one of the best Zeldas ever. The only thing I could see being an issue is if you have this huge world and nothing to do in it. That's the
Yeah.
only thing I'm worried about, but I know that they'll make an enjoyable Zelda game. So I have complete faith in the team. They haven't really ever let me down, except for Twilight Princess. So, and this looks nothing like Twilight Princess. So I'm very, very excited.
Yep, I agree. I don't think they're gonna let us down. I think this is gonna be the perfect Zelda that we need today in the
Yes.
3D world. But anyways, guys, we have taken up enough of your time already today. So, but if you've
Yes.
been here the whole time, thank you very, very much. It's been like an hour and 20 minutes, but
It's been a long one,
it's
but we
been
needed
great.
it.
But we needed this. This is something we've been talking about doing since we started this beginning of this year. The first thing we talked about was we're going to talk about Legend of Zelda every single
Right,
week.
what
I
are we
don't care.
talking about Zelda?
Yeah, when are we going to talk about Zelda? And I'm sure we'll be talking about it again at the launch of 2015. Coming this year, we'll probably do a 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 episodes. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out whenever we get there. But once again, you guys, thank you so much for joining us here at Stay Tuned Podcast. I'm Tim,
And I'm Tom.
and we will get to see you guys next time.
See you guys.